You guys see that? That was a confirmed sell signal right here. You need to be out. And it gave you the sell signal before you would have been reverted back to where you bought. So essentially you should still be in profit, right? If you just follow these indicators. Here's a question. Aren't Bollinger Bands the same as TTM? Um, no, not really. So they are very similar. Um, the TTM derives from the Kettler channels, right? Which are essentially the Kettler channels and the Bollinger Bands work essentially the same. It is a range that a stock trades in, and once that range is broken, you know, it either goes higher or it goes lower. Well, same thing with the Kettler channels. When you get a break out of the Kettler channels, the stock goes higher. If you get a break, below the channels, wherever it's at, the stock goes lower. Uh, the indicators themselves, the Kettler channel and the Bollinger Bands, give us a visual of what's happening with that price action. So yeah, they're very similar. I mean, you could use either one, but the Kettler channels is the TTM is stemmed from the Kettler channel. So when price is moving within that range, that gives us the red dots. So, I mean, you could use the Bollinger Bands. You don't have to use the Kettler channels. You could essentially use the Bollinger Bands and just take entries from the top of the band or from a bounce off the mid band. Exactly. Yeah, it's a combination of the two. When you put them together, it's just music to your ears. Just music to your ears. So yeah, it's definitely a powerful combination when you combine the TTM and the Bollinger Bands. Check out another one. Let's see. Let's see what I want to look up. Check this out. ABT. Why'd I pull this up? Let's see. Boom, it's in a daily squeeze. Here's one. I'll write this down. You guys may want to keep this on your charts. I got a feeling this is going to make a big move. So it's in a daily squeeze. Let's just look at the 5 and the 10, right? So right here, right? Bearish momentum, lack of bearish momentum. We get the 5 crossover the 10. The 5 also crosses over the mid band, right? Take note of that, right? We have bullish momentum pointing to the upside. So it's safe to say that we could possibly head higher there. Let's look at some previous price action. 5 cross the 10, bullish momentum. Check out what happens with this candle. You got like a $4 move right off of this buy signal. The 5 came down, touched the 200. We were just talking about this scenario, as a matter of fact, like 20 minutes ago. What happened if the 5 touched the 200 period moving average? It's 200, right? Let me just click on this, show you guys this. See, I don't think you guys can see my screen. I'm gonna switch over. Yes, it is a 200 period day simple moving average. So we had the 5 come down, touch the 200, right? We also have a pin bar forming. Like that is such bullish sentiment. That's like a clear indication. Get a buy signal, boom, break above the band. Even if you didn't want to take the break off of this mid band strategy I'm trying to tell you guys about, even if you didn't take a break above this mid band, I take a break above this mid band. I set my stop loss a little bit below that 10, which it did come down a little bit below that 10. You should usually set your stop loss like I wouldn't set it this low. I mean, this was it kind of dropped a little ways, but check out what you have below it though. You have the 200. So I would have been thinking to myself like, hey, okay, the 200's right there. I'll just wait and see if it hits the 200. If it bounces off 200, then I'm good. If it drops below the 200, then I'm definitely out, right? So sometimes you have to widen your stop loss. I remember we were talking about this one day. Generally, when I'm a day trading, I set like a 15% stop loss, 10 to 15% stop loss limit on my day trades for my signals or for myself. Uh, but sometimes it requires you to kind of widen that stop loss. I do a maximum of like 30%. So this probably would have been one of those 30% stop loss moves, right? Where, I've seen time and time again where you have a ticker come at this 200 and pull a little bit below, kind of trying to shake you out, and then you pull back up because this 200 guys is a very strong. It's a very strong period simple moving average. Do I keep hard stop? I keep mental stops. I don't want to be one of those people that are setting stop limits and getting stopped out from market makers. If I'm like maybe I'm swing trading, then yeah, I'll set one. If I'm day trading, I probably set one, unless I'm checking back a lot. Or usually I'll just set an alert, right? I won't set a stop limit for it to sell. I'll just set an alert that'll tell me, hey, this ticker is moving below such and such. You need to check this, see what's going on, check the price action. Because a lot of times you'll have some crazy news drop, price will, drop below, right? It'll make like a wick. How many of us have seen something like that happen? Like maybe Trump tweets something and, market just sells off or it overreacts off of something. It'll sell off real quick and then it'll regain the same uh, percentage that it just lost, within minutes. So even seconds, right? So you know, I try to set mental stops. I make it, and when you do that, you have to follow your trading rule because if you don't, there's nothing that's selling that stock. There's nothing that's selling that losing trade. You're just gonna continue to lose more and more profit. So yeah, if you're gonna set a mental hard stop, you need to make sure that you follow your trading plan. Be sure to actually pull out when you're, where your take profit. I mean, your stop loss is. But every now and then, you'll come where you'll have to widen your stops, and you'll learn that the more and more you trade. Some tickers require you to be very stern, like Tesla, Amazon, Google, tickers that move like $30 in a day. You need to be a little bit more firm with your stop. Tickers like Microsoft, even Apple. You know, you kind of can know what to expect. Here's a here's a question. Do you not use support resistance levels because I don't see them on your charts? Yeah, I use them all the time. What do you mean you don't see them on my charts? You don't you don't see these levels? I stay up like all night trading these levels. I think that was just that one ticker that you saw. I haven't traded the ticker yet. I've just been watching it. You don't see these levels? Look at these levels I have. Like king of levels. I have levels on levels. But yeah, So check this out. We have cat, and I particularly want to look at this ticker because during the first the drop that was like, what was that, 2018, when we had the trade deficit, cat took a big hit, right? It's it's a agricultural stock for one. Uh, so with the whole China trade deal thing going on and farm products involved, it took a real big hit. So tickers that take big hits from news like that, you want to keep watching them because the second that you get some positive news, what happens? What tends to happen when you get a big sell off and you get some positive news back in that sell off, right? You get a rally. So all through here, you guys can see just how well this 5 period and 10 period moving average works as far as on a bigger time frame. All right, I use this as a bigger time frame indicator. This is a bigger picture indicator. You can look to say. You get the golden cross. Let me just zoom in for you guys. You get the golden cross and a move up, right? What is this like? It's like almost $30 move that you get. You get a death cross and a move down. You get a golden cross and a move up, right? Buy signal, sell signal, sell signal, buy signal all day. Is very accurate when swinging. Very. I go, like I say, I'll go 2 weeks to maybe a month out. Here's a question I've heard from many people, like 15 to 20% stop loss. So before entering, you calculate, keep alert for your stop. Yes. If you want um, to really manage your capital, to protect your capital, you need to have hard stops in place. I say like 15, 20, and it really depends on you. It depends on what you're looking to get out of the trade. If you're swing trading, you probably don't want to keep a 10, 15 stop loss or even a 20. Like you probably want to widen that up, like maybe a 25, 30, 35 even, right? Because you're looking to capture larger gains, you know, you're not day trading or scalping. When you're day trading and scalping, you're looking for a specific move. You're looking um, for a price action from that point forward. Maybe a slight pullback on a day trade, that should recover if it touches a certain support level that you should already have predetermined, or at least you should already have predetermined your stop loss, which may coincidentally be at um, a key level, right? You don't have to have the percentage. If you don't want, you could go off based just off of levels. I know some people that trade just based off levels, and because they're like, all right, well, and it's not really a bad strategy or bad way of thinking because they're already like, hey, if I'm in this trade, I'm willing to lose everything, right? And that's how you guys should be as well. If you're entering a trade, you should be willing to lose that entire position. I don't care. You should be able to lose that entire position and wake up the next day and not even have to worry about it. I'm not saying that you should lose the entire position, but that is the mindset that you should have moving forward when you're entering these trades. So yeah, I mean, you could use a key support level as a level to determine whether you're going to exit the position or not. Here's another question. So you don't always wait till price goes above or below the outer bands to enter positions. It's your preference. It's your preference. How I tend to take the trade. I tend to take the trade on the break above, and I'm looking at level two. So at the point that we break above that top band and level two supports that, hey, because a breakout, let me first tell you what a breakout is if you guys don't know. When a breakout occurs, price doesn't go back below. that level. That's not a breakout. That's a fake out. A breakout, I take a breakout. When we break above a certain level and level two supports that, I have buyers stepping in left and right. They're eating this stuff up, right? they're buying at the bid above the price level, at the price level. They don't care. I'm checking that out. If I don't see buyers stepping in like that, I'm not in it. It's gonna be a fake out. I already know just by reading level two that it's probably not gonna hold. But if I have buyers stepping in and they just want this stock, like they gotta have it. They gotta have it. I'm taking at the break of that level. And if it comes back, it pulls back, I'm out. Because guess what I can always do? What can I always do, guys? What can you always do if you get into a trade? Re-enter, exactly. Another buying at the bid. I want them buying. I want them eating up at that bid. Right. So yeah, I take the trade at that break of that level. You could take the trade at the close, but you've already given up so much of the gain, and it could easily just come back on you. Like it could easily do what, guys? What could this have easily done just as much as it continued higher? Reverse, exactly. You could have come back, and which it kind of did. It pulled back right here, right? Came up, pulled back. I mean, luckily it didn't come back to retest these SMAs, right? I'd say look at on demand, go through some tickers in your spare time, and just test out the 5 and the 10 simple period moving average. And you tell me in the chat what you think about it. I've seen hundreds of people use this as well, right? I mean, I've been using this for years. I've been preaching about this for years. I've told several people about this. Whether it's people that I know on a daily, whether it's people that I've met over social media. You know, just researching this thing myself, doing my own due diligence. I've read several great things about it. I've used it myself. It works. But just like any other indicator, it's a lagging indicator, so it's not perfect. But when you combine these simple period moving averages with the TTM, it works wonders. And I'm actually going to show you one more. Before I show you this other indicator, though, let me just answer some more questions. Here's a question. How long do you watch level two for? For example, NVIDIA was trading in a pennant, and I got it when it broke above, and there were buyers coming in, but then it dropped end of day. Right? And that can happen. Um, First of all, were you looking to scalp this? Were you looking to day trade this? You looking to swing trade this? What were you looking to do? Swing. Okay. So that'll happen. I mean, this happened today. Did this happen today? Yes. Okay. I mean, first of all, you got to remember today's Friday. People do sell positions before the weekend. Uncertainty, even now. So you got to take into consideration that to get a rally on a Friday is that's crazy bullish, right? Typically, I want to say, if I read this correct, a bear market is when you rally in the beginning of the week and you sell off the rest of the week. And a bullish market is when you kind of like, I mean, you can still rally in the beginning of the week, but typically towards the end of the week, if you're rallying, that's more signs of a bullish market, right? Um, so you just got to take into consideration that it's a Friday end of day sell off. It happens. You don't always get these crazy rallies at the end of the day, especially on a Friday. That you need to like really cherish those days. Yeah, I read that in a book one day. Uh, you guys, if you haven't already, you need to read Trading for a Living by Dr. Elder. And Kev, I've seen Kev post this in his chat as well. But that's a very great book. He gives you all types of knowledge about the market itself. Big psychology factor because 80% of trading is psychology. Only 20% of it is actually analytics. It's actually analyzing. Dr. Elder, Trading for a Living. Here's a question. Hey Rod, as I've been watching level 2, I've noticed sometimes that the axe shows an order in the color of green versus for the bid showing red instead of green. What does that normally mean? That's just it getting filled below or above the axe. Here's another question. For your swing positions, if you take a position at the Golden Cross and release of TTM would, let me reread this. For your swing positions, if you take a position at the Golden Cross and release of TTM squeeze, what would be your exit? Can you play show one stock for your entry and exit for swing? Show, okay. Let me just look at a swing that I've done recently, and I can like show you where. Let me just pull up my thing real quick. Okay. Still got BA. Okay, so if you're swinging, we're just gonna pull up BA. What better chart than BA, right? All right, preaching about this for the longest for weeks. Daily squeeze. What does that mean? We're in a daily. We're on daily squeeze in BA. What does that mean? How many days of momentum should we get on a break? 8 to 10 bars, exactly. So check this out. We got a golden cross. Just try to make this look a little better for you guys. Right here. We got a golden cross on the very same day that the squeeze leveled out, and it began to show signs of maybe possible bullish momentum. If if you look closely, you can see the light blue histogram bar beginning to form. If you wanted to confirm confirmation, the next day was a light blue bar, and we actually stayed above. We stayed above the previous day's high, which is a clear indication that we could possibly go higher. So my take profit would have been, honestly, I would have I would have, if you're swinging this, I would have taken profit, uh, at a key level of resistance, which for me was the 185 level. And then when we broke above that, my next level on BA was 225. So we haven't yet hit 225, but that's where I think we'll go. But until you get a golden cross, I'm in a death cross. It's fine to be in the trade if you're swinging. Just make sure that your expiration date is good, right? You know, and like I say, if you're up, you might as well just take profits. Like if you're up 40%, 50%, take profits. You know, if you bought multiple contracts, use the runner strategy I told you guys earlier. Um, take profits at like 30, 40, 50% even, let the other one run. And, you know, just set a stop right below, you know, where you're barely cutting even if you want, or maybe you're up a couple hundred. I don't know. It really depends on you guys. It really depends on you. You know, my take profit, my where I may exit a trade might be different than where you would exit a trade. I would definitely say that I wouldn't stay in a trade and up, I'm positive, and then I let it turn negative on me. Right? It's too late, you know, at that point. When swinging, do you check golden sweeps, flow algo? I have in the past. Yes, I have. From time to time, I tune in to Floago and I'll see what interesting golden sweeps are at play. When Tesla, so typically if a big ticker like Tesla, Amazon, any of the FANG stocks are squeezing, I'll check Floago and I'll see what the flow is during that week, which will maybe give me some kind of indication of where it could go. Right, that's a pretty smart strategy that you guys could use. It works. I don't just use it on a daily. I don't use Flag on a daily. The thing gives me a headache just hearing all of the tickers just being spit out. I mean, you can mute it, but then it's like you don't know what's happening. Like you have to constantly look at it, look at the charts, look at level two. It's just too much for me to concentrate on. So from time to time, yeah, I'll check it and I'll see if any, you know, if I see a lot of calls or puts or something going in one ticker, I'll pull up the ticker myself and I'll see for myself, is it squeezing? If it is squeezing, I'll check the charts, see if it's at a key level, uh, and I'll determine whether or not I want to take an entry from there. So did you re-enter swing on BA? Yeah, I did, but I bought into BA way down here. Like I've been advocating BA for forever. So we'll see where it goes. We will see. Did everyone kind of grasp this 5 and 10 period moving average? I'm gonna pull one more up for you. So I'm gonna pull back up my regular studies on this. Yes, I really like it. It's like the 9 EMA, 21 EMA. Yeah, it's essentially almost the same thing. It's just probably the 921, or you could probably use them on like smaller time frames because they react quicker. I mean, essentially you could use them on any time frame, but you know, EMAs I typically use when I'm scalping, if I use them at all. And so I'm going to add a study here. It's going to be a simple moving average. Oh, and I'm going to make this the 15. Why the 15? Oh, why the 15? I've seen from just back testing this thing that it really gives It really gives a keen sense of direction. I use the 15 predominantly when I am trying to swing trade. It really gives you a sense of market direction. Check this out. Be on a daily. 15 flattens. That's what you want to see. You want to see these EMAs flatten out like on their back, just flatten out. Boom. And a key indication that we could be heading higher is it point to the upside. Key indication that we're going lower is it point to the downside. Typically, when this thing moves, it just continues to go in that direction until it flattens again and turns over or rolls over. I can't tell you enough um, how much money I've made just off this indicator itself. Check this out, right? Flattens, turns over. You guys see that? Flattens, it's pretty much just flattened out. We had a real big consolidation period here on BA, but as you can see, we are returning back. Pull up another chart. So we kind of bottom out right here, flatten out, revert to the upside. We get a squeeze while we're flattening out, revert to the upside. Bullish momentum, no coincidence. Daily chart, all-time highs. You guys see that? You guys see how powerful that 15 was? $15 simple moving average. So in the past, I've combined the 15 with the 5 and the 10. I've traded like that. Um, but like I say, after a while, it just gets too much for my eyes. At least for me, it does. I see people that use the 5, 10, and 15 that in the past, like until this day, they still use it. So, like I say, it works. It's SMA. You can use it. You can use it for day trading as well. You can use it for day trading. Let's pull up some smaller time frames. Pull up some smaller time frames. So we're up, up, up. Can't use that. So we flatten here. Oh, you want to do that? All right. So we flatten out here. Peak, flatten. We drop. We drop. We drop. We flatten. Kind of flatten out here. Pre-market, we can see the clear indication that we're going higher. Like there's no better indication like opening up here. Check this out. Like that's such bullish momentum. So, and where we go? Went crazy higher. This was just a 1 hour chart. This would have been a crazy swing just based off the 1 hour, right? And we kind of come down here, kind of flattened out, and it appears like we're going higher. We're also releasing from a squeeze. We just check this on multiple time frames just to confirm. Releasing from a 4-hour squeeze. We're also releasing from another 4-hour squeeze. It's a big pin bar. Huge pin bar. I wish I would have saw this earlier. I would have swung Apple calls. It's crazy, right? Crazy accurate this thing is. 15 simple moving average. Check this out. We got a 30-minute squeeze on Apple. Look, 15 period moving average, flatten out. We got a squeeze, curve up. Got to squeeze again. We're flattening out. I'm interested to see where we head from here. We're flattened out right now, so there's no telling. Yeah, that was ridiculously huge. Um, let's just check out another one. All right, give this more validity. All right, so after hours drop, we're headed back up. See, you can really use this for like day trading, swing trading. I wouldn't use this. I wouldn't use really the SMAs for scalping. That's just me, just my opinion. But you can try it out. But I wouldn't use it. I don't think it's as effective for scalping. I think there's other indicators that you can use. Someone asked me if I use RSIs or MACDs. I have in the past. Like I said, I've used just about almost every indicator you can think of, and I've narrowed it down to what I think works best for me. Yeah, it's pretty accurate for swings. Check this out. Flattened out, move up. Look, this thing's nowhere near this, but we did get a reversion back to the mean. We have a squeeze on the 4-hour for Tesla. We have a squeeze on the 4-hour for Amazon. Interested to see where this goes. We're flattened out right here. So we had to push up, we're flattening out, we're squeezing. This kind of telling me that we're heading higher just based off of this. The histogram bars are telling me that we could see bearish momentum before continuation. So maybe we could fall back to this 240 level, 2460 level before we push higher. Who knows? Maybe we could just push higher and retest these all-time highs, right? We'll see. We shall see. But yeah, I mean, you can clearly see how accurate this thing is. I mean, it follows price action, price movement pretty well. Pretty well. Can I check the daily on Amazon? I believe it's releasing from a squeeze. It's been for quite a while, yeah. So look like they bought the dip. Looks like we're pointing higher. It came down, which is crazy. Look how we came down and touched this 15 period moving average, right? Imagine if you would have saw that clear buy signal. It would have made a couple thousand a day. See how crazy that is? Another indicator I want to introduce to you guys is the 50-day above average volume indicator. I use this. Let me just pull this up. So you can add this to your studies as well. Go to add studies, volume. This is volume average. And you'll change the length to 50. So what does that mean? That gives me the average 50 days, previous sessions. And it pretty much calculates that. And it puts it down here. That's what this gold line is. So guess what? Anytime that I have volume break above this line, that is a clear indication that we have more buyers or sellers, depending on whether it's green or red, stepping in than we've had in 50 previous sessions. That's a key indication that, I need to be paying attention to the stock because there's a lot of buyers and sellers or sellers stepping in right now. There's a lot of money is being moved through this ticker. So you want to pay attention to that. Anytime that you have a major level, like check this day out. It's a huge day on Amazon, right? This thing moved. How much did this thing move? This thing moved like $80, right? We had a break above that 50-day moving average moving day volume. I mean, anytime like even if it comes close, it could be a great move for you. Look, all these days we had breaks above the golden line here. You guys see that? And where did we go? We pushed higher. We pushed higher. This is a key indication for us that, hey, buyers are stepping in almost every other day more than they have in the 50 pass trading sessions. They're buying this stock up. That's an indication that you may want to either be in that ticker with them, or you need to be at least looking for an entry, right? So I've used this for quite some while, and it's helped me out tremendously. Where do we get that? Okay, I'll show you. You're gonna add studies. Oh, 1 second. Guess we could always come here. One second. Had this thing installed for so long. 'I tell you what, for time's sake, give me 1 second. I'm gonna get this for you guys because it's it's essential. You got any other questions? Answer some questions while I'm getting this for you. Should be like right here. That's not it. Huh, that's weird. Here it is. So market strength studies. Sorry about that. Volume average right here. Right under VWAP. Wow. Go figure. So you'll click volume average and you'll just change this. Did everyone see where I went? Yeah, you just type in 50. And that's a pretty clear indication of where big money's buying up, like when they're really stepping in. You can't see the pop-up? Give me one sec. Let me see, new share. I guess I have to share it with you when I have it popped up. So you go to studies, add studies, market strength studies, volume average, and I already have it like it's already plugged in. That's why it's not like popping up for you. But it'll look like this when it does pop up. It should look like this. Let me see. Can you see that? Everyone see this? Okay. And this is how, yeah, just keep this at length and change this to 50. I don't know what it will be at a default, but just change that to 50. And, you can make these whatever you want, but I just kept them default. And then you hit apply, you hit OK. And I have mine set at the bottom, the very bottom up here, along with my TTM. And the way that I have mine set up, I just cover over the TTM so I can see where the TTM is. I can see, where the red dots are, where the light blue histogram bars are. At first, when I first made it like this, it was kind of difficult to read, but I did it for like a week. I just forced myself to do it for a week, and it helped me out because when you just unhighlight it, you see the volume bars. And when you scroll over it, you see the TTM bar. You see that? Can you guys see how it switches? You guys see that change? How did I do that? Yeah, I went over here to settings. You go to studies. I'm gonna go edit studies. So for volume, let me see. You guys probably can't even see this. All right, what about now? You guys see my chart now? Awesome. So in volume, I have the TTM and also have the volume average set as 50. And you don't need all this other crap. I don't know why I have so many of them set like that. But it's essentially all that you need. So I have my simple moving averages. I got the 15 set right now. You got the TTM squeeze, and I got the volume under the TTM. Great that you add that. It's under it, or else it may possibly change. And sometimes it'll look crazy depending on how many different screens you have. You'll have to, like, for instance, let me just show you. Keep track of this bottom right here and see how it changes. See how it disappeared. See how it looks like it's all over the place. It's like overlapping my charts. You guys see that? You gotta get a balance. Gotta get a balance. It's like in life. Boom. Balance. Everyone see that? That's how I trade. I'm looking at TTM, I highlight over it. Okay, is it in TTM? What is the histogram bars looking like? Light blue, okay, bullish momentum. Boom. We bounce off the 15. Boom. Buy signal. Or you can take a break above this key level. Boom, buy signal. We're in the money. No problem, no problem, no problem, man. Hey, I'm always around. If you guys need anything, Hit me up. It's been a blast. It's been a blast. Um, been working with you guys for these past 2 weeks. I really want you guys to, take this knowledge that we've jam packed into these lessons and utilize them to the best of your abilities. We really poured our hearts and souls out into these things, man, and we're just proud to be here with you. Moving forward, man, if you guys need anything, let me know. Hit me up. Um, Again, my Discord username is Axelrod. I'm sure many of you have already seen me there. I'm in the chat. Um, it's been great. No problem. Like always, guys, if you could do me a favor and just leave what you thought about the class, just leave some comments on the testimonial so we can know how everything was each session. Just know how we did all together. I would greatly appreciate that, guys. Again, I appreciate your time. Thank you for allowing me to be here with you. No problem. No problem, man. No problem. Yeah, this is the last class. You guys have graduated. No problem. Yeah, if you ever need anything, hit me up on IG, Discord, whatever you need, guys. I'm here for you. No problem. Yeah, go. Yeah, yeah. Do me a favor, head over to the Discord and let Kev know how tonight's class was. I'll see you guys later.